What is happening, guys? Welcome to FPL Tactics, where we're looking to master the beautiful game of FPL. Now, let me remind you to hit the subscribe button, give the video a like. It makes a huge difference to the outreach of the channel. I'm averaging one new subscriber per video at the moment, so we need one more to get to 10. Bring us into double digits. Today, we're going to talk about game week 25 and 26. Transfers to bring in, and also the chip strategy thoughts as well. I'm going to bring out a separate video on the wild card as well, but I'm going to go into my thoughts on this video as well. Now again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference. Don't be shy, give it a try. Let's get into it. So this is the team after game week 25. Yeah, I'm very happy with it actually. It's an extremely good game week. We've went up by 39,000, nearly 40,000 rank, which is incredible. We're up to the 170k again, which I'm super excited about. That's now 3 green arrows in a row. Which makes a huge difference to us. So yeah, Martinez obviously getting his clean sheet points. I mean, at some point I will get rid of Martinez, but he just seems to be getting good fixtures at the moment, and I just can't get rid of him at this point. But Virgil van Dijk, I mean, I did take a hit to get him in because of Trent Alexander-Arnold, so I worked out, actually, if I didn't do that, I would have played Solanke, so I would have probably been 4 points better off, but I think 6 points actually is what the difference would have been if I played Solanke instead of Trent Alexander-Arnold instead of bringing in Virgil van Dijk. But at the end of the day, I can't complain. I was so happy when he got the header in that last game as well. But yeah, a bit disappointing from Ake and Trippier because they didn't get that many points, and also Trippier's been. He's not been playing that well, but it's Newcastle have been playing these weird games where they're getting loads of goals scored against them, but their defenders like Shah, also Trippier, are going big. So it's kind of went under the radar a little bit, but they are not playing very well. But Saliba, yeah, clean sheet again. Really happy with that. Foden, Gordon, and Jota. I mean, all returning. I do feel really sorry for all you Jota owners like myself, because those obviously have Darwin as well. I mean, it was a crazy, crazy game to be owning Liverpool players. I did take a punt on Luis Diaz, and man, I can't tell you how happy I was when he scored, because that first game was so frustrating. He stayed on the pitch the whole game. I was like, just get a goal. But he didn't make that much of an impact. He got an assist at the end, but I was like, all those goals flying about, surely he's going to get one. But he did get one in the end, so that really helped us, I guess, go up the rank. Watkins with 13, amazing, so happy. I know some people took him out for Tony, which would have been frustrating, I can imagine, but we held on to him. I actually was contemplating that as well, but because of I didn't want to take out a player that was playing in the blank game week and replace with another player that was also playing, so that's why I also replaced, I brought in Luis Diaz for Palmer because they were both blanking, and I'm going to be doing a wild card after the blank game week, so it's not going to bother me too much about losing those players because I can always get them back in. Although Palmer's probably not someone that I'm thinking about bringing in, which is crazy. But yeah, we used the triple captain on Haaland, as a lot of people did. I was actually potentially bench boosting this game as well. I was umming and between the triple captain and the bench boost, and actually the bench boost would have got me more points, which again in hindsight is a wonderful thing. I would have been still able to hold onto my triple captain, which Solanke looks amazing for his double. But still, I'm very happy. It's a big increase in the rank, and I've got a good plan for the next game week as well. So this is what the team looks like for game week 26. So we've got Martinez in goal with Nottingham Forest at home, which is reasonably good fixture. We've got Ake as well, Bournemouth, and Trippier with Arsenal, and Saliba with Newcastle at home. That's going to be a really interesting game. I imagine there's going to be a lot of goals flying, so I am not surprised if there's no clean sheets there. I just hope for an assist from Trippier and maybe some return from Ake. I'm not expecting that much from Saliba. He's kind of got some of his goals for the season, so it would be a big surprise if he's going to be bringing in returns as well. We've got Foden again, Bournemouth. He's been looking amazing. He had so many chances as well in the last game, so a lot of things are running through him. So I think he's one of those players now that I think is seems not so droppable by Pep, and also I think because they've got the injuries to Grealish as well, I think he's going to be hopefully pretty nailed on, but I think he is nailed on from the looks of things. Gordon as well, I mean, he's been a roller coaster to own recently because he's been on and off the pitch, he's been back on when he's been red flagged, it's been a nightmare, but I'm hoping to see a return. I would love it if Newcastle got a couple of goals against Arsenal as well. I have brought in Saka, he was one of the transfers I brought in, and also Garnacho for Diaz and Yota, just because they're not playing and because I'm going to be doing a wild card after this game week. I wanted to reset the team and dead end the team for this one. But Saka's been scoring so many goals, it's so frustrating not to own him. Probably the way that things are going to be going, he will not score goals because I think he's scored something crazy like 6 goals in the last 4 games or something like that. It's been nuts. He's played incredibly. So yeah, we've got him in now. Garnacho as well. He's one of those players like Palmer and Foden. Everything seems to be running through them. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes. Again, he had a lot of chances in the last game as well. It just didn't work out for him. But usually that means there's goals coming. So I'm excited about that. Solanke, I mean, if we get any points from him against City, I will be over the moon. He has trouble, and City are struggling to keep clean sheets, and so goals usually come from him. Maybe a penalty, you never know. Watkins with Forest at home, excited about that attacking team, so there is opportunity on the counter for him. And Haaland, I've got to put the captain armband on him. I don't really see, I mean, you can take a punt on Foden, but I would say it's pretty safe on Haaland at the moment. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but when there is an opportunity, I definitely am going to go for it to be a little bit differential. But right now, the upside is too much for Haaland. So then that is what the team looks like. I'm getting a full 11 out. If Taylor does play, which I don't think he will, but if he does, then at least I've got a little bit of support in the bench there. But I know a lot of people are struggling to get a full team out, but with a -4, I'm pretty happy with the way that the team's set up for there as well. So let's have a look at what my wildcard draft is going to look like. So the wildcard draft is looking like this just now. So we've got Keller in goal. Now, there's a lot of noise about Alisson. I'm going to be off for a few weeks. I'm pretty happy with taking the punt on that, to be honest, because I've got Areola as well. Again, he's just a keeper. I'm going to go really cheap on the keepers, but they're just going to be there to basically get 2-3 points a game. That's the idea, but I do like the fixtures, and if Keller does stay in for good 2-3 game weeks, you know, it's a bonus. It really is. So it makes sense for me. I've got Van Heck, Trippier and Saliba. I just brought Van Heck in because I like his fixtures and he's been playing fairly consistently. I wanted to keep the defence again quite low just so that I can invest in the big hitters in the midfield. But Trippier, I feel like he's been getting his assists. He's undroppable. So someone to stay consistent. I like his fixtures as well. And Saliba, I mean, I think I've had Saliba literally from the very start of the season all the way to now. So he's just been a mainstay in my team. Salah's back. I can't believe Salah's back. I mean, that was so, the way that he came back into those games. If you went for him early, absolutely amazing. Gordon is one of those players, again, he's been a roller coaster, but he's got to stay in the team. Very happy with his fixtures. I've got the captain armband on Saka because Sheffield United, they've been looking really poor defensively, and every time he plays, I'm like worried. So I've got my eye on that game. Although Haaland is playing Man United, and you know how much he loves playing Man United, so that is a slight concern. But at the same time, Tavernier. So you might be wondering, why is there so many Luton and Bournemouth players? Obviously, they've got a double game week coming up in the next game, week, which I'll show you. So yeah, I've got Tavernier. You know, Bournemouth versus Burnley. Burnley an attacking team. There's always going to be goals there. So I just think actually it makes sense from a fixture point of view, and it sets me up really well for the next game week. We've got Son coming in. He's back from AFCON, is it? No, the Asia Cup, and yeah. So basically, he's been playing well. He's obviously the main guy at Tottenham and Spurs, and I always seem to have good timing with Son for some reason. But when he comes in, usually he starts. He always made an impact and brought an assist. So excited about that. And then finally, Solanke and Haaland up front against Solanke with Burnley and Haaland with Man United. I mean, part of me thinks that people will go with Haaland because of the Man United fixture at home, which then gives Saka an opportunity to go big. I mean, Man United are on good form this now, but it's always difficult to go to City away. So I might crumble to the pressure and go with captain with Haaland. But right now it's on Saka. I want to see how it goes. Again, this draft completely depends on a lot of the injury news, because I did actually have Doherty in on the bench, but obviously he's injured now. I don't know when he'll be back, but it sounds like he'll be out for a bit. So I've got Bell in instead. Adebayo's got a yellow flag, 75%, so it's not too bad. And Bradley, again, wanted to see what the injury news is, because I do have a little bit in the bank. I've got 1.6 million in the bank. It says 2.2 there, but that's just different because of FPL team. Shout out to FPL team, by the way. This is a completely free software that I use a lot. So I'm going to put the link in the description below, just so that you can use it. I use it all the time. It's great for future planning, kind of similar to all the other tools that are out there as well. So yeah, definitely have a look at it. But yeah, that's the way that the team or the wild card is going to be at the moment. And the reason being is because it sets me up very nicely for the next game week. So I'll have at least, 4 double game week players in the team. I don't want to overload it too much with the Bournemouth and the Luton players, but 4 double game week players. And I'm actually potentially thinking about using the bench boost for this game week as well, because if I'm putting in Adebayo, I don't want to be taking out really too many players. Like, I've got to take out either Salah. I'm not going to do that against City, because he usually gets a goal against City. I don't like the idea of taking Gordon out. Chelsea's defence doesn't look too great. So, there's a lot there. The only maybe one I'm a bit worried about is Bradley as a Man City defender, but it could be a great potential to actually use the bench boost as well, just to kind of get some extra points in there. And then there will be on game week 29 the big blank game week, but at least I'll be going into that with 2 free fixtures. What I'm potentially looking to do, just depending on the fixtures and the results and so on, I'll be going into that with 2 free fixtures. So hopefully there would be a potential for me to actually get a good team out, maybe with a couple of hits. Otherwise, I might be looking at the free hit draft as well. But I'll go into all of that again in the next video, which will be more of a chip strategy video. We'll be going in a deeper dive with the free hits, when we can use them, wildcarding, also the bench boost if you haven't used your triple captain as well. We can talk about the Solanke one. It's looking good. The Sheffield United Luton game does look very good for Solanke as well. So that's the team. So hopefully that's been helpful. Obviously, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. It's been great. Get me to double digits. 10 subscribers would be amazing. Thanks, guys, and I'll catch you next time.